I don't know what I don't know what happened. My internet didn't go out.
Morgan Haynes speaking. The exhibition's closed for the day.
Hi, Morg. It's me.
Again?
Look, sorry to pester. You'd think I was the baby of the family, wouldn't you?
Jamie, I can't talk to you.
Yeah, no, all it is I just need somewhere to bed down over the weekend. And it's the last time, all right? I promise.
Huh?
I'm not.
In a position to help you anymore.
No, but I'll repay you with interest.
I can get some, like, investors for your gallery, and, I'll sort it all out.
You're still here.
Who's that?
Oh, it's Noah.
I told you to clear this up.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't you fucking dare. Look, Morg, I've got
no one else to call.
Oi, seriously, Beth, leave it.
My name isn't Beth, you twat.
I don't give a fuck, Betty.
It's not Betty, either.
Jamie, let me speak to the girl.
Look, she's not a girl.
Okay, she's over 18.
Hand her the phone.
She wants to talk to you.
I probably shouldn't help him. He's sitting there
Hey,
fucking doing lines
this?
and shit.
I'm his sister.
Seems like 100%
I'm here to
dickhead.
help.
I just met this guy at a bar and thought he was cool. But now, I'm going to call the police if he doesn't fucking leave.
You don't need to do that. Just listen to me.
He bought drugs.
Please.
His dealers know where I live now.
This is with Heron's house.
I'm going to Oxford this year.
Just listen to me, okay?
What's your name?
Blake.
Blake. That's a beautiful name. Do you have any cash, Blake?
Yes, of course.
Give him everything you can for a hotel room tonight.
You're just trying to steal from me.
My name is Morgan Haynes. I'm the curator of the portrait exhibition at Argyle Manor.
Come here tomorrow and I will write you a check to remunerate you.
Deal?
Remunerate?
Yes.
Fuck, I love
Anything
learning
to
new
get
words,
rid
but
of
I
him.
never even heard that one before.
Thank you. And in the future, Blake, beware of people who promise you the world.
Lesson learned. Thank you so much.
So in these games, almost all of your choices directly affect the storyline, relationships, motivations. What sometimes which characters help which character. Sometimes your choices could make characters that would otherwise be friendly be unfriendly with each other.
Excuse me.
Oh, hi. I hope you don't mind me borrowing the armchair.
Oh no, of course not. That's what they're out for, customers.
It's a bit rickety. Could do with a refurb. I'm looking to paint a copy of one of your...
I'm sorry, sir. We're closed.
You don't usually close this early, do you?
No, but we've got a big weekend, and so... Hang on, how did you get in? The front door should have been locked.
I'm afraid it wasn't.
I typed in my passcode and saw it lock, I'm sure of it.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. I walked right in.
That's not possible.
Well, it could have been an electrical fault. But you've never had any power cuts or anything? It's not uncommon in old properties like this. And don't worry, I turned the lock with my own hands after I came in. Wouldn't want someone lifting these beautiful paintings.
Well, they aren't quite Rembrandts.
Rembrandt was overrated.
Seriously?
A well-versed imitator of Caravaggio.
Each to their own. Look, sir, we have a big day tomorrow. We're closing early.
Oh, yeah. Dryden Oak's portrait of the Prime Minister. How did you pull that off?
I met Nikki at a function at the World Trade Center in New York. We hit it off. We've finally found a way to collaborate.
Wow. An artist with Nikki's profile helping out a small exhibition like that is quite something.
She's doing me a great favor.
With no strings attached, too. I'm Dorian.
Morgan. Dorian, like...
Dorian Gray. Ironic, eh?
Oh, it's a lovely name. I must say, you're the first ever reproduction artist to visit one of my exhibitions.
You mean forger?
Faithful reproduction is a fine art in itself. Although you would be Rembrandting a Caravaggio.
Touché. I've been struggling for inspiration recently.
It's tough. I never had the talent myself, so I figured I'd contribute more by helping those who do.
In that case, could I paint you? You make such an amazing subject in so many ways. You're really quite enthralling.
No, we're closed. I need you to go.
Well, let me make a start, at least. It's so rare to meet supporters of portraiture these days. Please? I really need this.
I suppose I could spare half an hour.
Brilliant. Let me just reconfigure.
He's super fucking fishy, man. That's why I didn't want to agree with nothing.
You prefer to paint standing?
Always. It allows me to zoom in and out on my subject. How are you going to pose?
I don't know. It's harder than I thought.
Perfect. Stay like that.
Okay.
I'm sorry about my Rembrandt comment. I can have some strong opinions.
It was bold but valid. Rembrandt stole his students' work for the last 10 years of his career.
This is going to be great.
Oh, plastic bottle. Fancy. Let's leave it there for tonight. I could sit for you again next week.
Let me do your skin tone as a base.
No, Dorian, I need to get home.
I'm not asking for much longer.
I know how you artists can get. If I let you start, we will be here all night.
I
All
told
right,
you he was a
This is
weirdo.
over. I'm done.
I really wouldn't, you know. Stand up and this room ends up looking like a Jackson Pollock. Feel under your seat. That is a PAD, a pressure-activated detonator. A bomb, Morgan. Similar principle to a grenade. Once the safety pin is removed, the striker lever and percussion cap collide, creating a spark which triggers the detonator. Once you sat down on that chair, you became the safety pin.
This isn't real.
No? Well, go on. Try it. You've never been someone's muse, have you? Like Victorine Mourant and Manet.
Do you want money?
Or Ahmad, Picasso.
I could
And
write
the
you a
wife
check.
painted Helga Testov 247
Or a painting.
times
You
behind the
could
back
take
of both
any
his
one
wife
of
and her
these.
husband.
Dorian, what do you want? Behind the drapes.
Multiple sockets. Fancy. Someone's really trying to get hold of you.
This is gonna be dicey.
Morgan, are you there?
Morgan,
Yes, Nikki.
I need you again. I'll be at the Rampton. I've booked our usual suite. I'll make my excuses at home.
Nikki, tonight I really can't.
Think very carefully about the next word that comes out of your mouth. I'll take your silence as a yes. Don't let me down.
I've noticed she's got a lot of people taking advantage of her. Her brother, whoever that is. And
You
I
can't
tried to
keep me
get
here.
out of this position before it even started.
Suzanne insisted on dozens of sittings when painting his subject. Goya sometimes needed just a day. I only want the night.
Get rid of that shit.
Mate, I'm a lager man through and through.
Nah, try it. Try it.
Wait, that's rank. I think I'm done for tonight anyway.
What? Why?
Wait, my head's spinning.
You know your art, Dorian, but I take it you didn't learn how to make bombs at art school.
You assume I had the privilege of attending such an establishment? No. I grew up dirt poor in Belfast. My
Oh,
father taught
fuck,
me and
was
my
he
brother how to
NRA?
fight, shoot guns, build
I mean
rudimentary
IRA.
explosives.
I said NRA.
IRA? You don't sound Irish. And I thought they changed tack to hunger strikes.
I never said I was IRA. There are many angry people taking up arms in Britain and beyond. Just ask President Reagan and Pope John Paul II. Thanks for taking an interest in me, though.
But they were both shot by fanatics. They weren't like members of an organization with a
How do I know the
political
bomb under my chair is real?
ideology.
I had a feeling you'd ask me that.
What's that? Dorian?
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Now, calmly tell me when Nikki's painting's being delivered.
First thing in the morning by a fine art transportation company.
And how's it being brought in?
Via the back door, just through there.
Great. So we have until the morning as I'd hoped.
So that's what you're really after. How did you get in here?
My uncle was a chimney sweep. As a teenager, I worked with him and learned how to scale houses and open unlocked windows. Such lowly manual jobs are all I could aspire to at that age.
Your painting style does seem somewhat...
What did he blow up? A painting?
You look like you could use a good night's sleep, too.
My reality means that I have to pursue my passion outside working hours. Anything else you want to critique to make me feel even more out of place? I know I might not look like you or talk like you.
That's not what I was doing. Art is for all, and all are welcome at my exhibitions.
Well, that's a utopian vision, isn't it? But my social strata means that I, like many, exist under a glass ceiling.
And you think what you're doing here will break that ceiling?
You think sleeping with Nikki will save your business?
Where are you going?
Toilet. Wash me brushes.
You can't leave me alone, surely. What if I try to escape?
I won't clean up the mess.
She's gonna have to distract him so he doesn't see it.
Dare I ask?
I'm on my period, you asshole. Stress is making the pain flare up. Ugh.
For fuck's sake. Man up.
As long as she doesn't get off of the seat, you know, like maybe she can scoot it without detonating it. But think, if you were in that position, would you be willing to try to move around and try to pick up a piece of wood?
Hostage, you know. I'd have posed for you beyond tonight, voluntarily.
That wouldn't set me apart.
What do you mean?
The recognition of one's work often depends on the mythos surrounding it. You know the story of the portrait of Madame X by John Singer Sargent? Scandalised for being too sexually suggestive by the bourgeoisie of 19th century France. And now it's one of the most famous portraits in history. Infamy is a strong currency.
So, this is some sort of performance piece.
A hostage portrait would be a watershed, don't you think? I want to be a trailblazer, Morgan. I need to grab people's attention by whatever means necessary.
Commodifying your work for recognition. Some artist you are.
This unremarkable piece here, painted by some amateur pensioner with nothing better to do in retirement.
Well, that may be your view, but I curate my exhibitions with a range of tastes in mind.
Nothing to do with the fact that the artist lived next to Peter Sutcliffe, the Yorkshire Ripper.
That was just a coincidence.
Is it also a coincidence that you acquired it the day after the Ripper was sentenced to life for the murder of 13 innocent young women?
I know the story of the Yorkshire Ripper.
You saw an angle. There are many trivialities that render talent meaningless. So, we have to adapt, commodify our work. If I'm living under a glass ceiling, then you're living inside a glass house.
I see what you're saying. Commerciality is important. I'm fighting to survive too. Admissions are at an all-time low. I'm hemorrhaging money from the residency at this manor.
So exploiting young workers and compromising your dignity is your solution?
Hello, hello?
This is straight 1980s movie casting.
Wow. You need an alarm, love. Come on.
No, don't! Let go.
Where's your safe?
I don't have one. Now, get off me! There's a bomb under my chair.
Why don't you stop talking shit? Hmm?
Get up!
Yeah. Fucking hell. You reckon?
It's just one of my paintings. It's worthless.
There's nothing in the till. Nah, mate, that'll do.
No, no, please stop! No, 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 please don't take that! Don't take it, I'll do anything! Don't leave! Please don't leave!
Oh, what a night! Right then, guys, where are we going next?
Fuck! Fuck! Ah! I'm finished! I'm fucking finished! You have no idea what the fuck you're doing, do you? You're just a hopeless, failed artist. A chancer who...
Go on. Keep going. I dare you.
I'm sorry. I don't suppose you could have used some of that aggression on them, could
But if they came looking for money, why not take more paintings?
Could have done.
I just got choked with a cricket bat.
So, shall we?
Well, now she doesn't have the main painting that she needs. And that's what he wants. So how this doesn't seem like it's going to end well for her. Because he's expecting the painting to be there in the morning on a delivery, but she lied to him.
There's talent in this room. I can see a few of these on the walls of great galleries.
Portrait painting is dying. TVs, Polaroid cameras. People have images on demand now. Why would they waste time and money?
Shit, I've always wished I could paint.
Too afraid of what they might see. Nikki's been with her partner, what, 10 years now?
Relationships are complicated.
Wouldn't know.
Oi! Morgan!
What's all the noise, Jamie?
So this shitty room is all I'm worth, is it?
You're lucky there were any vacancies at all.
And be grateful Blake gave you cash. Yes, good. Mate, can you restart the minibar, please? Sorry, sir, I can't do that.
We've had noise complaints about you. Whoops. Yeah, and as you paid in cash.
I'm going to need to ask for a chargeable credit card. Otherwise, we'll kick you out.
Yeah, oh, mate, I don't know. Look, just give me 1 second.
I'm not giving you, man. This motherfucker's
Listen,
nuts.
I need your credit card details.
Like he's got powder all on his nose and
Find out,
shit.
sweets. Okay, please, Morgan, I am begging you.
I don't know what I'm going to do.
Morg, please.
I feel like there's some reason why I'm supposed to help him. I don't know how he can help my circumstances, but
1612.
161.
he's got boogers draining out of one side and powder stuck to the other.
2912.
Always remember how I don't used to think credit cards were.
0882.
82. I've got it. Well, you are the best, Morg. I love you. Mwah.
No wonder your business is going under. The security code on the door.
What about it?
I've been watching, Morgan. Why did you choose 1907? It was Frida Kahlo's year of birth, the year of Valaton's portrait of Gertrude Stein, and of course, Vanessa Stephen married the great art critic Clive Bell.
1907 was the year my great-grandfather, Douglas Pickren, worked in his studio in Montmartre.
Never heard of him.
Well, his best pieces only made it as far as the walls of my childhood home.
A meagre legacy is better than none at all.
I feel comfortable around portraits. I'm never alone.
You needed their company.
My parents died in a car accident when I was 14. Jamie became my guardian. Then came his troubles. He frittered away his inheritance leading the high life until it led him. If Mum and Dad were alive, they'd have shaken some sense into him. They were wonderful people.
Nothing is more powerful than the portraits we paint in our minds. One of the great disappointments of adulthood is realizing that our idols are as flawed as anyone else.
I can't see the painting and the
You've not
reflection
known
in his
hardship, have you?
glasses. I'm trying.
Hardship is relative.
You're deluded by self-pity. You've squandered this. You've had more chances than some have in a lifetime.
They'll come back on soon.
I know, but unfortunately, I haven't got all night.
But I don't understand, like, what's he gonna achieve even if he finishes?
You know what? Fuck this. I'm not sitting here any longer.
Morgan.
The best thing I could do is take you with me. I don't care anymore.
No, Morgan. No, no. No, don't do that. Morgan, please, please. No, no!
Oh, shit.
Gotcha.
Why are you doing this to me, you fucking...
Well done for calling my bluff, but I don't lie about everything. Let me finish my portrait, or I will kill you. Who is that?
I don't know.
Madam, it's Sergeant Robin Latif. No, he's still here. I can hear voices. Come to the door, please.
It's a policeman.
Get rid of him, or I will.
Madam.
What's the problem?
A group of vandals have been breaking into businesses in the area. I wanted to check up on you.
Oh, wow. No, I haven't seen anything untoward.
You alone?
Yes, totally.
Madam, I'm going to come in.
Burglarizing thugs? Don't they have jobs? All good here, Sergeant. That is a sergeant's badge, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
My sister's an inspector, so I know the Met Police ranks quite well.
May I ask who you are?
Ooh, this is embarrassing. He's caught us here, darling. You'd have to hold a gun to this one's head for her to admit she's smitten.
Is this your partner?
You can't lie to a policeman, sweetheart.
Yes, Sergeant. I know it's deeply unprofessional, but we got carried away.
It's a bit creepy in there. Feels like the portraits are watching you.
Oh, fair enough.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
I can lock up, sweetheart. What's your partner up to?
Staying tuned into the radio.
Sounds like a busy night. I'll leave you to it.
Is your sister on duty this weekend?
No, she's still recovering from injuries she sustained at the riots a couple of months back.
I'm sorry to hear that. Alex and I were on duty in Brixton, so I can understand what she faced.
And yet our dear Prime Minister wants to cut police spending.
Well, that's above my pay grade, sir.
It's the people who suffer at the end of the day. Good night, Sergeant.
I felt like if I didn't go along with it, somebody would probably get shot. The cops, but regular foot patrol cops in the UK, they don't carry guns.
I'm hanging around for a bit.
So, like, if the bad guy has a gun, the cops are at a disadvantage. All they have is batons.
Of course, just couple, Sarge. No need to be weird about it. Sergeant Latif and Constable Jackson responding. We're travelling to the scene.
If those policemen had sussed you, would you have killed them?
I prefer to avoid death. Sometimes the choice isn't in my hands.
So you have rules?
I have ambitions.
So what he's saying is, whether he had to kill the cop or not, it'd be worth it to achieve his ultimate goal. Which, if he just wants somebody to
Your
appreciate
intern,
his
Sam,
art, does he have to do
what
this
does
to
she
get
get
that?
out of this?
Valuable experience in the field.
For no money. You're exploiting her.
I told you, I have no income and I get no funding. I can't pay her.
She's one of the few who shares your passion for portraiture. Don't you think you have a responsibility to her?
I have many responsibilities.
Stop justifying your sins.
Sins? I didn't have you pegged for a preacher.
You epitomise everything wrong with this country. You take all you can from those below you and give nothing back.
What do you want me to do?
Make amends.
Look, I repaid Sam the best way I could by hanging her painting on my wall. Okay, it's not money, but it's the first time her work has been professionally accepted, and that counts for a lot.
Somebody may see her painting and want to buy it, then there she goes, you know?
I guess I have changes to make to my painting. You really value portraiture above all else? Over profit? Over decency? A very small part of me respects that.
Enough to let me go.
Let's see. Tell me more about these portraits. You can stand if you like.
This was painted 2 months before the subject died. High contrast background is made all the more vivid by the artist's use of vermilion red. It's a solemn painting. He knew the end was near and didn't sanitize that. I see the reality of age, but also a life well lived. No regrets.
Such dignity. What else?
This gem of a portrait by Richard Greaves, a wonderfully classical style. Applied these broad brushstrokes with the high forehead.
I think the one portrait was Queen Mary of Scots, who was rumored to be a man posing as a woman.
And here, this painting sense of verisimilitude. Now, we're very
Her.
close to her face. It's appropriate that the poses are so self-conscious. Illusion of naturalism about them. Older. And the high contrast backgrounds are fun, modern. You're right. There is talent in this room. Talent that I'll always be committed to.
What about that one?
The Technicolor take on the Mona Lisa. Formally, it's faithful, down to the artist's use of sfumato, the blurred softening of the outlines which defined Leonardo's masterpiece.
A technique I use myself.
The same artist did the piece that hangs in the anteroom.
So androgyny is their motif?
How so? The Mona Lisa is a woman.
In popular normative opinion, yes.
Normative.
But it's actually a composite of Lisa Geraldini and Salai, Leonardo's male assistant and lover. Da Vinci saw that gender was the greatest veneer of all, and that true humanity has no such boundaries. Wouldn't you agree?
I would.
You're on edge.
Perceptive as ever.
Presume all the paintings are varnished.
All they have next to pull out is some shrooms or some ecstasy or something. I'm not gonna hit a joint after my kidnapper. I'm sorry.
It'll help.
Why can't you like fucking make a choice, man?
Oh, that's strong.
Pure indica. The best sleep aid.
He could have cat turds in there. You don't know.
It's great.
This all makes sense. I get kidnapped. I have a session with my kidnapper and smoke joints. What the fuck?
Stop justifying your sins. You epitomise everything wrong in this country. You think sleeping with Nikki will save your business? I bet you're hungry, huh? Made it myself. It's been ringing incessantly.
Answer it. Hello?
You've got a nerve.
Should have been here hours ago.
I've had a lot on my plate this evening.
Look, you little shit. What I've done for you is unprecedented. All I asked for in return was a couple of fucking orgasms.
Nikki,
Maybe you think you've outsmarted me.
Or something, but you need to consider your position very carefully.
I'm sorry. Something came up.
Oh, something came up. Fuck me. I could ruin you if I wanted to.
The future of your piss-out business is riding on my painting.
You fucking coward.
If you hate me so much, why don't you just put a bullet in my head?
How does it feel to be a home wrecker, Morgan? To whore yourself out for self-preservation?
The only person I've whored myself out for self-preservation to is you. How does that feel? To enable the things you preach against? So, shall we?
Well, now the people who broke in have the painting that he's looking for.
Almost. You know, I'm just opening your eyes, Morgan.
So you are a preacher, then?
Please. Religion repulses me. Theism gave rise to the hierarchical systems of power that plague humanity today. Monarchs, presidents, prime ministers. We're preconditioned to serve, yet we're shocked by the greed of politicians and bankers scrambling their way to the top of the tree. It's been like this for decades, and it will be like this for decades to come unless someone takes a proper stand.
Not all monarchies have been tied to religion, but I mean, I get the gist of what he's saying.
Hey, Borg.
The bottom of the tree would like to speak to you.
Hello?
Hey, Morg. You answered.
Did he
Listen,
tear up more shit?
Thanks for bailing me out. Well, Mum and Dad have this all in eye. All the whores and the drugs.
At least none of the money went to waste.
And do you know the fucking maddest thing, yeah? If I had it all again, I'd probably just do the fucking same.
Stop saying these things. I'd like to think you wouldn't.
I need saving, Morg.
How much more can I do?
You're supposed to be the smart one, so just think of something.
You can beat this.
Look, Morg, just listen, just like float me a couple of hundred, yeah, and then we'll call it quits.
I'll never ask again. All right, last time.
No.
Jamie?
Sorry, who the fuck is this?
I'm a friend of Morgan's.
Please stay out of this.
You know, for all of Morgan's flaws, you're a real parasite.
What the fuck did you just say?
You're safe.
Spending society's resources for your avarice.
See,
People
they
like
took
you need to be
the choice out of my hands. I could have hung up on him.
What are you doing, my sister?
But since I chose to
guiding
talk
her
to
better than
him,
you ever could.
the storyline is
Morgan,
now guiding
Are
me.
you all right? Morgan!
Well, he's major coked up. He might try to run in there and come to the rescue.
Rule Britannia, marmalade and jam. Rule Britannia, marmalade and jam. 5 Tories up your asshole, bang, 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 bang. Bang, 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 bang.
This Prime Minister is perpetuating an image of our nation that is complete fantasy.
Rule Britannia, marmalade and jam.
He is the reality.
5 Tories
The true voice of Britain.
bang, 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 bang.
A cry for help, falling on deaf ears. He should be heard. We all should be heard, but our democracy is failing us. Wouldn't you agree, Morgan?
Stay there.
Shit, that shit scared the shit out of me.
Morgan?
Oh man, this is a bad. Where are you going?
Somebody help me, please!
Oh! Coco beware headbutt.
I didn't want to tie you up like an animal. After all I've taught you, this is my thanks.
I don't owe you anything, Dorian. You're just full of hate.
Oh! Headbutt and a pistol whip. She's got to kick him in the nuts like in 2 seconds or less.
Someone will have heard my screams and called for help.
Get back, Sarge. We need to call for backup. We have a suspected armed hostage situation at Argyle Manor. Firearms unit required urgently.
I'm working on it. I'll have an armed response unit with you within half an hour.
fuck's sake.
Sure.
I still to this day wonder how they do that.
Man.
Like London has a
Future,
big
Rob.
thing with knives,
It's
right?
always been decided for
And
us
not
by
only
the
do they not
self-interested
carry
and
guns,
ignorant.
street
It's time
people
to
carry
take back that
knives, so they're
agency.
even
We must
outgunned at that
recognise and
point.
target the pressure points that will truly harm the establishment.
But is it better than the opposite
Jackson?
here where
Just waiting on
cops
a
murder
response.
people?
But we don't have time. Stay here, keep the area secure.
Secure from what?
That's an order. I'll call you if I need you.
Sarge! Come on.
Beauty itself is but the sensible image of the infinite. Francis Bacon. Thank you for being part of my stand
Have you
against
ever
oppression.
used a quote like that in regular
You're taking
conversation?
a stand against the Prime Minister at a portrait gallery. That makes no sense. You lunatic.
A fish rots from the head down. The entire establishment is defunct. My actions today shall be a catalyst for change. A stand to show people that with precision and organisation, we can destabilise and overhaul the system.
Through brutality.
Yeah, I mean, I do, but...
It's not a worthy catalyst for change. Change can be inspired, but you need a message that's powerful enough to unite everyone. But Da Vinci was born a peasant, so anonymous that his surname was merely the town he grew up in. He committed his life to conveying a message through his art, and the world listened.
Shit, many of us will only be remembered for as long as the last person that knew us was alive. And Da Vinci is ancient history, you know, and yet people still know him. So I guess that statement is
I
true.
tried to find the beauty, but all I saw was chaos. If you'd just have believed in me, we could have opened Britain's eyes together.
Stop resisting. You okay?
Yeah.
You're under arrest. You do not have to say anything.
Call for backup!
But it may harm your defense if you do not mention when questioned something which you later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence. I'm going to handcuff you now.
Yes, Sergeant.
Fucking call for backup!
Stay calm, please.
Oh!
I wanted to achieve this without the loss of innocent life, I swear. You wouldn't shoot me in cold blood, eh?
Officer down.
Oi, freeze! What's going on here?
I didn't do this. I'm unarmed. See? Turn to your partner.
Where'd the man go?
I don't know.
I have an officer down and an injured civilian at Argyle Manor. Suspect fled on foot. Send the paramedics round back as soon as they arrive.
Can you cut me free?
This is a crime scene now. We have to wait for help to arrive.
How long will that take?
Down.
You know, I'm thinking about a couple of the scenarios, and playing the other character is going to make this pretty interesting.
It's a beautiful morning.
Why me?
Your exhibition was a perfect symbol. A place of hope. Corrupted by the greed and inhumanity that has consumed our society.
No one would have paid any attention to me and my exhibition.
Ordinarily, no. But by putting a high-profile asset like the Prime Minister's portrait in jeopardy, well, that's enough to force the eyes of the country to fall on my actions here.
You're full of shit. You won't inspire a revolution. Not today, not in a decade, not in 4 decades.
You're calling me a liar.
You lied about the PAD bomb to keep me in that chair in the first place.
Well, partially, yes. Goodbye, Morgan. We are presented with the portrait of a great...
Oh shit, he's got the fucking switch!
A veneer. A lie. No petitions or marches will bring the change we need. We've been left with no option but violence. My statement will echo around the world on this day. Behold, my masterpiece.
Damn! I thought I was making good decisions too. So, I'm gonna take a break to eat some lunch, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna play as the other character. So the first part with the female was 1981, but for some reason, you could play as a male 20 years later in 2021. So one of the wrinkles of these types of games is you could either play through a second time or a third time, but you can get all different endings. You could also have different scenes and different interactions that won't take place from one playthrough to another. So give me about 20 minutes and I will return.